The two attackers made their way to the home of the Member of Parliament for Denry South, Edmund Estefan, to ask, according to sources close to the story, for money. They were rowdy, and the friend who was spending time with the minister, identified as Alman Tiger Cox, decided to tell the men that the minister was not in and they should leave. An argument is said to have ensued between Cox and the two men, which led to the brick-bearing attackers pursuing Cox. He sought refuge in the minister's vehicle, which was parked in his garage, but was unable to secure himself. And that is where the difficult-to-view savage onslaught began in earnest. The victim, realizing the trouble in which he found himself, called out to the minister for help.
That's the one I get the blue, yeah. They're calling me. Yeah.
That did not stop the vicious attack. See how coolly one of the attackers fixes his hair, then returns to complete the job on Cox, who is knocked out cold on the floor of the garage. Minister Edmund Estefan called the New Spin program Wednesday to say his friend Alman Cox was in a stable condition at hospital.
I also got the report from the doctors that the injuries are more superficial. Wow. His head is as big as the sky, but the doctors are very optimistic that too much damage didn't happen on the inside.
Minister Estefan said he had no idea his friend was being so viciously attacked.
Because we saw the guys passing and then they started shouting, and my friend decided, he was just going to tell them that I'm not there. And for some odd reason, in discussing with them, in talking to them, he went over on the street and talked to them, while I stay inside, away from them. And it spilled over into what you saw on that video.
Though the injuries are not believed to be life-threatening, they are serious. The last strike to the face is said to have knocked off his teeth. The two men who carried out the brutal Mother's Day attack in broad daylight were, up to news time Wednesday, still at large.
One man has been hospitalized as a result of a brutal attack which was captured via surveillance cameras. The St. Lucia Fire Service has confirmed that at approximately 2:15 p.m. on Sunday, May 10th, personnel from the Dennery Fire Station responded to a call at Green Mountain, Dennery. Information communicated to the emergency personnel indicated that an individual had been physically assaulted.
The responding crew found one male appearing in his 40s lying on his stomach on the ground with what appeared to be puncture wounds to his head. Upon examination, emergency personnel found that the patient had 2 puncture wounds to the back of his head and 1 above his left eye. His wounds were treated and he was transported to the Dennery Hospital for further medical treatment.
When the video of the attack initially surfaced, accompanying claims suggested that the incident occurred at the residence of Edmund Estefan, the parliamentary representative for Dennery South and the Minister for Youth and Sports. In a telephone conversation on Wednesday afternoon, the Dennery South MP confirmed to our news team that the attack did indeed take place on his property. Is the incident in any way connected to anything to do with yourself, or did you just find your property involved in this?
I think the incident had something to do with me, because as a matter of fact, the guy and I, we were together in a balcony on the other side of the house when the guy shouted my name in passing. And so, we shielded ourselves from them, but they kept shouting. And then my friend went to tell them that I'm not there. Okay, so I think they had a conversation. They talk, I think, but I'm not aware of what is being said, because I'm in the corner shielding myself from the guys, because obviously none of us wanted them to see me. Both of us didn't want them to see me or to know that I was there. So at some point, I think the guys went down. The guy went down on the road And in retrospect, or looking at certain other things that happened, you know that the guys were behaving bad. Okay. And then he tried to basically keep them off my property with nice language, etc., until it became violent. And they run after him, and you see what you saw in the video.
Estefan informed me that thankfully the victim of the attack is currently in stable condition. However, I was curious as to how the minister himself felt about the entire incident.
I mean, what happened there is devastating. It's unbelievable that people would do something like that. And where it happened again, I mean, it's unbelievable.